Hello and welcome to Wrestling in Mom's Basement. This is the review for WWE Elimination Chamber 2018. I, of course, am Patrick Young. This guy on my right is Mandy Rose's biggest fan, Joe Venuto.
I'm a bigger fan than he is. In terms of
I know you are.
I didn't fly out and insult her on Twitter this past Monday. I at least said she has I did tag her and say she has an awesome flying knee, or running knee, but she needs help out with hers. But be patient, because she's still new.
Yes.
I did say that. The passive are.
However, when the camera's not off and he's not on Twitter,
it's a lot more.
We are pretty much making fun of her. It's nothing mean like that. It's just like talent-wise and speech pattern-wise, more like.
But when she's one of the first guests on the show in a few months, more likely, it'll be completely different ass kissing. Well, hopefully by then, she approves at least somewhat by summer.
Yeah, sure.
And we almost a year now. What passes is the Elimination Chamber 2018 review. The reviews courtesy of FormulaMain.com. Unlike the Royal Rumble reviews and any reviews from the live pay-per-views here on out, they will not be in full because WrestleMania we will be here until the following Tuesday.
Yeah. And now the pay-per-views are. And even the B pay-per-views now are going up in 5 hours.
Yeah, and if you're watching this, we're pretty sure you've already watched the show. So you just want our reactions, I would think, and any other opinions.
We'll give you a little summary on how the match ended and what we thought of it.
Up first on the kick off, the Good Brothers, Gallows Anderson versus Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas. Dallas was like that 4, and then Magic Killer finished off Axel. Good Brothers defeat Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas at 8:50. 8 minutes 6 seconds.
It was a little bit more back and forth than I expected, but it still went the exact way I think everyone thought it was going to. The Good Brothers got the clean win over Mistrage.
Yeah.
It was a fine match. It's pretty much straightforward. The match was good, but I think the result was highly predictable.
Yeah, it was an okay kickoff match. Axel and Dallas are completely useless in the ring at this point. Nothing on them. But their best role is just standing behind the Miz.
Yeah. Taking punches for the Miz.
It looks silly.
Distracting opponents from the Miz.
I just can't get into anything they do in the ring.
Yeah.
The crowd was into the Good Brothers. Is that the team name, or am I just calling them the Good Brothers?
I think that's their. I call them the club.
Okay.
They can be the Good Brothers.
The crowd's into the Good Brothers. I was nice to see that people win.
I think officially they are Carl Anderson and Gallows. Their team name. It's just their names.
It was really flat. It had no fire roll.
Yeah. I ended up giving it a C.
C-. The Revival comment on the matter saying that those kids had potential, but that wasn't the brand package. Up next, the Royal Women's Championship. Kick off the main show. Royal Women's Championship, Women's Elimination Chamber match. Bayley versus Mandy Rose versus Mickie James versus Sonya or Sonya Deville. Sasha Banks versus Alexa Bliss. Order of Elimination, Sasha tapped Mandy to a backstab and Mickie. The fast press off the top of one pause. Onto Sonya. Sasha the backstab her into Bayley to Mickie to eliminate her. Alexa rolled up the dope. Bayley hit her. She did a super belly to Bayley to Sasha. I forgot the power.
Yeah.
She was laying on top of her. Or hovering on top of her. And then Sasha and Alexa had a nice little exchange at the end. And Alexa rammed her head first into the towel with Sasha's climb up it. Hit elevated hanging knee for the victory.
I thought the Women's Elimination Chamber was pretty good. I don't think it was as good as, or as well worked as the men's match, which I did have problems with, but again, different time for that. I thought it was slightly less better wrestled, but I thought like what they did with it came off really well. So I don't really have any complaints with this match. Mickie got a spotlight in the match with the Luthez off the pod.
Mm-hmm.
Mandy was in it very little, which she probably is the weakest worker of the whole bunch.
Sonya looked good.
Sonya looks pretty good.
Bailey and Sasha.
Bailey and Sasha got the final three, yeah. And I guess the one with the most momentum behind them got the win.
Right, yeah.
So all in all, not a bad match. If you're expecting something on the lines of the Women's Royal Rumble match and how I guess momentous that was, I think you're kind of disappointed. But I thought this was a fair elimination chamber.
Where I don't think it was on the level of the Women's Rumble.
No.
Which I gave an A+ to.
Yeah.
I will say, because I was the one that was rougher in this match going to it than he was, I would say I was easily impressed with it. Mm-hmm. The match was definitely better wrestled, but I'm not afraid. I'm not going to hold out and make you wait. I am going to say that I did like this chamber more overall in the end, because it was a great match to kick off the show. Considering I didn't check much out. It was laid out extremely well. I had problems with the men's too, which I'll get to. And then I thought I had the right mix of big spots. Not everything was done. Not everything was executed right.
No.
But everything was done right for a chamber match for me.
As a whole package, I probably would have to agree with you that this is the best. That I think I enjoyed this chamber more than the men's.
In ring action, I thought was better. Better than I thought it was going to be. The ring action was done. And the storytelling I thought was way better in this match. It was actually everything came together really well, and it didn't feel forced by the time it started. So I know it leaves a little bit of time, everybody got to shine, so yeah.
I ended up giving the Women's Elimination Chamber a boo.
Okay, I'm a couple degrees above that because this is my match on the A-. Okay. Bliss Club, big babyface promo post-match, then ultimately heals up and turn on the crowd or some great free crying.
If Alexa Bliss can do one thing really well, it's definitely cut a promo.
And turn on it, yeah. Great work by Alexa there. World Tag Team match, Chambers the Bar versus Titus O'Neil and Apollo. Cesaro, the double team white boys connect in the championship.
Again, it was a pretty good match. Probably more than I would expect out of Titus. So walking away from it, it's not up to the standard I expect of Cesaro and Sheamus as a team. But overall, I'm not mad having gone through seeing that match.
Yeah. The bar themselves were really great here. They got the most out of the team despite some fluke points in a row. That are at the act, honestly.
Yeah.
Apollo's really fun, but we're just such a low heat on a guy that just isn't over is always the best place. This was far from bad, and overall was a little better than expected. Let's go with that.
I ended up giving it a C.
C+. Asuka versus Nia Jax. Nia went for a powerbomb. She was monologuing to the WrestleMania side, and Asuka cradled her from the win.
It's definitely. I think it's the right choice. Nia loses by fluke. Alexa keeps her streak alive going into Mania. The one part that angered me a little was the commentary team or the broadcast team kept on saying that, or kept on hinting at that Alexa is Asuka's choice.
No, they did. Cole was the one all night that was saying. The commentary were saying that Nia follows Asuka. It was Renee.
Yeah,
it was
you're
Renee.
right. You're right. It was Renee.
Yeah.
I guess the one thing we can complain to Renee.
Yeah,
about.
Cole was. Corey and Coach to mention it. Cole was the one that had to mention, but with a couple emphasizing that Asuka chooses a champion. It was Renee that really that can make him botch it.
And they also showed Alexa afterwards.
Right, so now they may be going that direction.
So they probably are going that direction. But Asuka still, storyline wise, does have a decision.
Right, yeah. That Becky better help you get in the women's title match.
Oh, definitely. No, it's going to be Carmella's and then get rid of the briefcase.
Yes.
However, I thought the match was well worked. I felt that this was probably at the top of Nia's best performances of her career, and I think she's improving really well in big singles matches.
Yeah, this is pretty good. There's no messing around. They work each other's strengths. It did have a great sense of urgency, and the right woman won. And following the post-match, though, I kind of am expecting a rematch on Raw since it does look like they set up Asuka versus Alexa 1-1.
Yeah.
So it's not an interrupt Alexa. So I'm kind of expecting a rematch on Raw. If that's the case, I'll probably just have Asuka dominate her again. If they're just going to 1-1, yeah. And then submit her quickly, get revenge, and probably set her up as a dominant contender. If she's going to SmackDown, then it's sense of going on.
Yes.
And like I said, post-match Nia attacked, plus Asuka before, post her, and then speared Asuka for backing. And then Bliss comment on the match, it's Happy Jacks with Asuka, and no one's ready for the match. Up next, Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt. Bray countered twist face to Saturday, also countered Matt hit the twist of the feet.
Yeah, this was probably the slowest match of the night, without a doubt. Even the Chambers, they had their slow periods, but I don't think they ever slowed down to this match's level. One thing I did sort of like what they did with Matt with his mind games, like Bray disappeared and popped in the ring, and Matt was nowhere to be found.
And he was singing a fade away and classify myself as obsolete.
I did like that.
Got the crowd going. I think the crowd was expecting something else.
Yeah.
Or somebody else.
Exactly. But still, it was a slower paced match. It was I guess I could say it was well worked at the very least.
Yeah.
But still, it was at a slower pace. It may turn some people off. It kind of did for me, probably not to a full extent, but that's probably the big check mark I had. That it was at a much slower pace than I think anyone wished it should.
For me, it wasn't good anyway. It was easily the worst thing on the show.
I agree.
As the crowd in Kieran said, they were cheering for Beach Bulls and Rusev Day.
Yes.
The work was also slow and past and extremely flat outline. This was a match that happened on this show. And they really didn't move on from this. I even brought up, I'm not doing a wacky hard compound, but I don't even think that with all the broken universe match, Jeff, for all of God, can say it's you. That's what Bray just drags down everything he touches in the last year.
I gave him the benefit of just not failing. I gave him the D-.
Ronda Rousey signs for contract. I'm not going through this segment. You get the gist of it.
Angle spoiled that Stephanie and Triple H wanted to sign Ronda to make her life a living hell. Ronda puts trips through a table, and Steph slaps her, and Ronda scares her off.
Yeah.
The beginning was, I guess, sort of felt a little cringeworthy. Probably just because it's the Ronda I don't think anybody really wanted.
Yeah.
It's the, happy to be her Ronda, when I think everyone really just would see the ass kicker, not the pointer,
right,
as it were. And I felt that she came off as the ass kicker by the end of it, so it's big ups for me. Usually I don't like pay-per-view promos, so we don't grade them.
Yeah.
But still, it's worth the time.
So there we have it. Rousey and Angle versus Triple H and Stephanie, I'm pretty sure at this point.
Yeah.
90% of this was hard wheel. Perfect in the beginning. Thanks Triple H.
Yes.
Well, first of all, Ronda shouldn't talk at all. She wasn't comfortable. She needs a manager ASAP.
Well, I think this is the first time she's actually spoken in front of a crowd this big.
Right, and well, she was having a conversation with herself, that's good.
Yeah.
This is where the walk changed from me. She would have been able to say nothing at all. But the Kurt Angle stuff played well. And so did the Angle afterwards with Ronda punch her through the table and then her bash face on. And the crowd loved it. It was really rough in the beginning, but it will end up all over ESPN, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
And the likes tomorrow. Triple H sold the table up really well. It helps sell the angle big time. I also like that play with the pre-spinning angle, though, so I do like that.
Yeah.
Between Rousey's Triple H and Seth, it makes Seth's angle one revenge too for last year, so. Alliances is a 2 new products and match started. Up next, the main event, Universal Championship, no more contenders, men's elimination chamber match. The Miz versus John Cena versus Braun Strowman versus Elimination, Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor versus Elias. Braun eliminated The Miz first with a power slam. Braun eliminated Elias next with a power slam. Braun eliminated Cena next with a power slam. Braun eliminated Finn next by power slam. Braun eliminated Seth after that, believe it or not, with a power slam.
Yeah.
And then Roman Spear both after 2 spears.
Yeah. I did think this match was good. I'll state that out now. My problem isn't Braun dominating. He should be dominant. It's the fact that Braun was so dominant, and then he was the unstoppable monster.
And it's nothing to show.
Yeah, and has nothing to show for it. And Roman Reigns overcame all the odds yet again to finally go on to face Brock Lesnar again at WrestleMania. I don't have a problem with Roman. I actually like Roman, but it's really cliche.
Yes.
I think it literally would work better if Seth and Roman literally work together to take out Braun finally.
Right.
And then go back and forth and have a good match that I know they can.
Right.
They had one this week.
Yeah,
that's what sort of makes me a little iffy on that. Otherwise, it was a good match. I did like the spots they put in it.
yeah.
I thought Braun did a lot of really cool stuff. I thought Seth doing the frog splash off the top of the pile was really cool. The right way to do the frog splash, not what Sasha did early in the night, which is pretty much just a splash.
Mm-hmm.
But the ending, I think, really hurt it for me. Whatever goodwill I think Roman actually built up against the fans, it wasn't much, to be honest. But it's gone at this point. The in-ring worker of Roman this year, I think, may have been turned against him again.
Yeah, Roman's the news guy, and they stuck to that here by having him win.
Yeah.
They let Braun run wild, then eliminate everyone effort to keep him out and not hurt him, but that was really ultimately done to make Roman look like the man and hit him. Roman's the chosen one by WWE, so there's no getting around that. He puts on good matches, but so he doesn't feel like the star that they think he is either.
No. They think he's the Hulk Hogan, early John Cena babyface. He's not.
Yeah. Braun continues to feel like the more organically grown star.
Yeah.
He's over. He feels like a larger-than-life star, and the crowd reacts to him like one. I actually really fear by the time they pull the trigger on Braun, that's going to be too late.
Yeah.
I don't dislike Roman at all, clearly, but I also don't get the company's obsessed with him either, so. I guess they feel that after all this time after him, then they have to stay the course and continue on. Well, I guess so. We're not at Brock resigned, so we gotta wait until WrestleMania 35.
Yeah.
So, the good news is we get this match out of the way.
Do you think, if they don't pull the trigger on Braun relatively soon, that he's gonna end up like another Bray Wyatt?
Yeah, but moreover, but they... Because they've done a better job protecting his booking, but yeah, I agree.
And, like, by the time he actually wins it, no one actually really cares.
But people care to let Sean Parker. That's the difference. They popped huge. And on this fact out after. Because Bray was hot again when he won. Because Orton, the whole 4 or 5 long storytelling of Orton joining the Y family, build them up. That was the best Y family they ever had. That was the best Y family ever looked. When they won the tag title. So people care when Bray won. They decided to kill Bray Wyatt by having a fucking slideshow at freaking WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. So no, I do think by the time Braun wins it, then nobody's going to care. Because Braun's also not as dynamic as Bray. Can't believe I'm saying that. In terms of a character.
Yeah.
He's a one-dimensional character that's over huge now. So
At the time, Bray could
had layers.
have layers.
Now he just drags out. Now his layers, you're just gonna get dragged out. But yeah, but I just Braun, by the time he wins, it will be a little higher than Bray currently is. I have a feeling.
Yeah.
No. For the most part, I thought that outside Braun killing people. That the match was good.
Yeah.
But extremely flat and predictable. For me, I usually enjoy the women's match much more than anyone.
Exactly. For the men's elimination chamber, I gave it a B minus.
I gave it a nice too.
Overall. For the overall, I gave it a B minus.
Yeah, I gave it
overall.
as well.
It was good, but the ending was a little disappointing. Even if Roman had a good match at the end, but still won.
Yeah.
Or at least fought hard for the final two and still won, I think it would have been much better.
Yeah.
And would have added to the overall show as well. But the ending, I guess, sort of is a big chunk of the pay-per-view and how you lead the fans.
Yeah, I thought Chamber was an overall style show, highlighted by the Women's Chamber.
Yeah.
The mid-card was solid. Nice, the horrible smack match. The Ronda segment started off rough, but they ended that well. The show was capped by good, but predictable and flat at times, maybe, I guess. Where the star of the match was. Where the star of the match was for the fourth coronation of Roman.
Yes.
And then Pat lost the predictions by a point.
Yes, they did.
So he gets WrestleMania 18 to review this week too, along with the Anniversary 2006 review, and the Raw SmackDown Live 205 Live and NXT reviews all come on Friday night.
Joe skirts by my pick for a month or for 2 weeks when he has to defend his status.
Yes.
Yet again.
I haven't lost this year yet. I tied and won. I haven't lost.
I haven't officially won yet.
Right.
Yeah, I have Fastlane.
Right. So that'll do it for this edition of the Elimination Chamber review. For WrestleMania Bracelet. Follow us down below on Twitter at WrestleMB. The Pat Young 215 at the Joe New 215 Instagram. WrestleMB Instagram ideal photography and Facebook. We like collectibles, and we'll see you on Friday. Bye.
See you then.